guys, so wanted to get my introduction for this video done before I have kind of a crazy afternoon, and then tonight you'll be able to see my cozy reading night vlog, which is what I'm filming right now. So Lauren from Lauren in the Books is hosting her Christmas cozy reading night tonight, the 18th of December, and it's going to be from 7 to 10, but it will be obviously in UK time. I am 7 hours behind them, so that would mean I'd have to do it starting at like noon, and that's just not gonna work for me. I have stuff going on this afternoon, so I'm going to be doing it hopefully from 7 to 10 in my own time, although it may end up being 8 to 11. I will let you know what happens. I am about to go to this little religious ceremony thing with one of my friends who's doing it for the first time. Don't worry, we're all wearing masks. They only have a limited amount of people allowed to go. I think it's only like 16 people can go, and we're all going to be spread out throughout the room. It's a big enough room that it's easy to spread out. So we're going to be safe, but we are able to do it, and again, it's her first time doing it, and it's really exciting. So I get to go with her, and I'm really excited about it, but it's about an hour drive, and it starts at 2:45, and it usually takes a couple of hours to go through. So by the time it's done, it might be like 6, and then it will take me an hour to drive back, and I'm actually gonna pick up my younger brother because he's like one of the only ones nearby that likes to read and will read with me. And I wanted to have a friend for cozy reading night, especially this Christmas cozy reading night. So I decided to ask him if he wanted to join me, and he said yes. Plus, I have had my sister over to have a sleepover at my apartment since moving a little closer to my family a couple of times now, and I haven't had my youngest brother Jace over. He's 13, and I think he's feeling a little left out. So we're going to have him over, so I'm going to pick him up on my way home. Then we're going to get some dinner, some good snacks to eat while we're reading, and then come back to my apartment to start. So it might be closer to 8. It just kind of depends on a variety of things. It's probably gonna be after 7 if I'm being honest, but maybe it will be like 7:30 as opposed to 8. I don't know. We'll see, but I'll let you know in my next clip what time it is, and I'll also do like a TBR for both of us at that point, both me and my brother. And yeah, so that's the introduction. I'm really excited. We're going to be getting some Arby's, which is yummy for me. I don't usually eat very much meat, so sometimes with Arby's, like, I have to be in the right mood because it is mostly meat, but I think it'll be good, and my brother's a teenage boy, so he's very hungry and willing to eat a lot. So anyway, should be good, and yeah, I will check in with you once we get started. Hi friends, so it is almost 7:30. Like I said earlier, we are starting late. However, it's not because I went to that little religious thing that I mentioned, because I ended up having a little food poisoning episode. I'm feeling better now, and I think I'll feel even better after having a real dinner. But Jace is here. We made it. The reason we're starting late is actually because we were originally planning, like I mentioned earlier, on going to Arby's, but they are only, well, their doors said that they were open inside until 7. Well, that wasn't true because it was 6:30 when we were there, and they were locked, and they only had the drive-thru open, which is fine, but my car window, in extreme temperatures, it doesn't open. So it's been really cold, so we weren't able to roll down my window, so the drive-thru wasn't gonna work. So we had to go seeking around trying to find somewhere else to get some food. Luckily, we found a place that let us get takeout, and they were pretty fast about it. So I'll show you what we ended up getting in a second to eat, but we wanted to start off by showing off our TBRs. So Jace is here.
Yes.
He's gonna start off by showing what he's planning on reading for cozy reading night.
So I'm gonna just start with Ender's Game because for English we're reading it for a book club, and then I'm just trying to finish this. I've been reading it for a while, but yeah, that's it. And then if I finish that,
Here, let's get a close up. This is
okay.
Keeper of the Lost Cities Legacy. Which number is this?
8.
This is book 8 in this middle grade series he's been working on. I've never read these, but I've heard good things. I suggested them to Jace because I had heard good things, and he's just flown through them, over the past few months.
Yeah, this one's like the brand new one of this one. it's number 8.5. It has like some of the things from the book, like pictures and recipes and different things from the book.
Oh, cool. So like mixed media kind of thing. Oh, cool. So it has like registry files. Oh, that's kind of fun. So you just kind of get to learn more specifics, more details about the series.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. It's the 9th one that's out next?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know when that's coming out.
Oh.
I think there's a small part of it, of the next book in this one.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Good stuff. So Jace is going to be working on those. Super exciting. And then I also have a couple of books I'm working on. So I've broken up, this is Wives and Daughters by Elizabeth Gaskell, and I've broken it up to where I'm only reading a portion a day. So I only have like 34 pages to read today, so it should take me like the first hour. And then I'll probably work on the other book I have. But this, I don't really know how to describe it without spoilers, but basically we're following this girl named Molly who's grown up without a mother. I've started to recognize that Elizabeth Gaskell talks a lot about daughters without mothers and how they have a harder time in all her books. So at least the 2 I've read so far. So that's kind of a common theme. But her father ends up getting remarried to this lady, and she ends up getting also a stepsister along with this new stepmother. And they're both kind of dramatic women, so I'm really liking it so far. And then after I finish reading my portion of that for the day, I'm working on Beartown by Fredrik Backman, and I am about 150 pages into it. Not quite, 138 pages into it. And this one, I think a lot of you know a little bit about what it's about, but it's basically following this small town that's obsessed with hockey. They have a team that's doing really, really well and could really put the town on the map. However, a big event happens that puts a wrench in this town, and I don't know if I should... See, because I'm 138 pages in, and this big event hasn't happened yet, but I feel like when most people give the synopsis for this, they mention what the event is. But I'll just tell you for the sake of kind of a trigger warning too. But a girl in the town is raped by one of these hockey players, and so we get to see like all the different reactions to this situation, and I'm really liking it. The writing is a little bit flowery for me, but not so bad that it's like annoying. So anyway, that will be fun to continue working through. Plus, I'm pretty sure I'm getting closer to that big event. So I'm getting a little anxious reading it, but it should be good. So let me show you what we're going to be eating. So we ended up picking up Meaters. We both got turkey bacon avocado on focaccia with no tomato. Jace doesn't like tomatoes at all. I just don't like it on sandwiches. Like, I don't mind it in salads, and even on pizza I don't mind it, but sandwiches, just for whatever reason, the texture doesn't work for me. So we got that. Jace got his chocolate dome, as you can see here. It's kind of been falling all over the box, so the whipped cream's a little mushed, but there's that. And then I got my smoothie, so it should be good, and we are going to get started. It is currently 7:31, so we're gonna get started, and we'll check in with you at the hour mark. Hi guys, so it's been an hour. Also, I apologize for the lighting throughout this video. It's just dark outside and the lighting in my apartment is not great. So anyway, we have both finished the portions of our first book that we were going to read. So Jace, do you want to share your thoughts on Ender's Game?
It was pretty good. It's kind of weird. There's a lot of like skip forward like things in the timeline, and so it's kind of confusing to know like how old they are and what time it is, and like what's happening. It's just really confusing because they talk about totally different things in like every paragraph. I feel like it's kind of disorienting, not even gonna lie.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Interesting. But are you at least liking other parts of it?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I read my 34 pages of Wives and Daughters. Sorry, just gonna block Jace's face. It's cool. Anyway, but it's still really good. We're getting to the point where Molly's father is closer to his actual marriage, and some possible drama is coming up having to do with the stepsister. So that's kind of interesting, and yeah, it's really good. I'm really so glad that I'm loving this as much as I am, because I had this weird, I think it was like a bookish PTSD Because back in Victober I always call it Victober. Back in October for Victober, I read Shirley by Charlotte Bronte, and I really did not get along with that book at all. And the copy of Shirley that I have is in the Penguin Black Spines edition, and it's similar to the length of this, so it looks very similar to this. So I think when I saw this, I just really didn't want to read it, and I couldn't figure out why, and I think it's honestly because my brain associated it with Shirley, and I really didn't like Shirley. Like, the more I think about it, the more I wish I had DNF'd that one. So going into this one, I was like, oh, it's gonna be, like, subconsciously I was thinking it was gonna be a similar situation, and it's very much not. So anyway, moving past my weird bookish PTSD situation that I was having with that and really liking it. So it is currently 8:57, so it ended up being a little closer to an hour and a half instead of just an hour, but I just wanted to finish my portion of Wives and Daughters before we chatted. So anyway, for the last hour and a half, we'll both be reading our other books, and I don't know, maybe we'll come back and chat before the end, or maybe we'll just keep going. We'll kind of see if we're like, we need a break after maybe 45 minutes. So anyway, that is the update. All right, we decided to change the angle for this last clip so that we can get some Christmas decor in the background. So fun. And we have completed our cozy reading night. So how did yours go, Jace?
Pretty good. I read my book club thing and then read about 150 pages out of this. So.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Is it still going well?
Yeah.
What would you say you would rate it out of 5 stars as of this moment?
4.2 stars.
Wow, 4.2. And is it like your favorite in the series so far, or would you say it's maybe somewhere in the middle?
Not my favorite one.
Is it lower down?
It's still good, but it's like not number one, but still pretty high. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I think I only ended up reading 60 pages of Beartown, and the thing happened, and it's pretty brutal. I feel like it was probably good I was able to stop, because I feel like if I kept going, I would have felt like I had to finish it, because I want to get to happier things, and it's really sad. Like, even the moments that are like not super sad scenes within the chapters, because the chapters are kind of broken up to where there's just a few paragraphs from different perspectives. And even those moments where it doesn't feel that bad, it's just has this overcast of things are about to go down because of something that already went down. I'm really stressed because I know that there's going to be a lot of people in this book that handle the situation very terribly, and it's already hinted at people questioning the victim of this rape encounter about whether or not she was drunk and if she went upstairs willingly, whereas she's, tortured by the experience. And so it's really sad, and I feel like I'm going to be really frustrated, but I also feel like it will be a very interesting look at a variety of different perspectives. But I do think it's really good I'm reading Wives and Daughters along with this, because Wives and Daughters is a very happy book and this is very sad. I'm also listening to The Five on audiobook, and that's about the women who were murdered by Jack the Ripper. So also kind of sad, and all the good things in that book are definitely overshadowed by the fact that these women it's talking about, even though they're having these good moments in their lives, how their lives end. So both books are pretty sad, but Wives and Daughters is very happy, so definitely a good balance there. But I am still really liking this. It's just very heavy, and definitely one that I think people should be careful about going into if they're not in a position mental health wise to handle that sort of depth of topic like this. But it's really good, and honestly I'm feeling like the 3 books I'm currently reading right now, including The Five and then these 2 that I was reading tonight, all have potential to be 5-star reads. So I could end up having 4 or even 5 5-star reads in December, which is kind of exciting. So anyway, it was a good cozy reading night though, huh? Yeah. And Neater's was delicious. My smoothie was fabulous.
Still
Everything
got
I
the
hoped
acid
for and more.
reflux though.
Jace is getting the acid reflux from eating and then laying down, so that's a thing. He also has this weird thing where if he eats bread, he sneezes.
Yeah.
Calls them his bread sneezes. So he was sneezing a little bit earlier, but made it through. It was good. So anyway, I'm going to go to bed now.
Same.
We're gonna get Jace's air mattress set up so he can sleep over tonight since it's 10:30. And my parents are probably in bed right now, so they probably wouldn't want to be interrupted anyway. Plus, then Jace and I can just kind of chat for a little bit before getting to sleep. And yeah, so thanks for joining us in this cozy reading night. I once again apologize for the awful lighting throughout this video. My apartment's just not great for lighting, and I didn't care to set up my lighting. Plus, actually, I think it's at my parents' house because I use it more there. But anyway, yes, thank you again for watching. Let me know down below if you participated in Cozy Reading Night and what you read for it, as well as what you're currently reading, as I would love to know. And I will talk to you next time. Bye!